Oh boy, that's right.
Okay,
Man. Let's do this.
listen,
Oh,
man.
we up there.
Right now, and let me tell you something, man. You've noticed that some people do not look the way they normally look on today, but and it's Sunday. You know what that means? It means you're probably hungover. If you're a guy to my to my immediate right, that means that you had a little bit too much to drink. But it is the Regulators podcast. I'm your host Magnus. To my left, is auditioning for Ray 2. Creative vibes, Juan. Juan, talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you guys for tuning in. First, I need y'all to inhale, exhale. Let's get this game going. Let's get this day going. It's game day, everybody. Yes, I am under the sauce, but I feel good.
Under the sauce.
Below me, my brother from another mother, Blackberry, the ultimate troll. He knows what he can't say to me. Let's see if we can get through one show without him saying those two words. It's like Beetlejuice. But let's see if we can get through this thing without saying those two words. Blackberry, talk to him, please.
What's happening, home team? This your boy Blackberry Rex. Y'all make sure y'all tune in today for the entire show, because you never know when we might drop them two words that Magnus just can't stand. You never know when we just might drop it. It hasn't been me lately. It's been everybody else, but he think it's me though, but it's not. It's not me.
It's not me. Oh man, Coach is actually going to the game today. So,
I will be there.
Everybody pray for Coach's hearing. When he go out there, he's going to show out. Talk to him.
Hey man, game day, bro. I mean, it's game day for me, for real. So let's get this thing started, man. Let's talk about these Falcons, and so I can get on the road.
All right. Well, first and foremost, this is what I like to say first. I want to give condolences and prayers and thoughts with YMOF Jamal. Appreciate you showing up, and showing out with us for this time that we're here. We're gonna try to take your mind off of some things. We're sorry that you're going through what you're going through, but we're gonna try to help you get through it because we family here. In terms of lyrics, mom, congratulations. I saw on your Twitter that you got your car. You try and get the tints on there. Just don't get them none less than 5%. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Less than 5%, right. You about to get pulled over. Okay, you can't be having your tints look like Juan's glasses. That's what I'm saying.
She's on the sauce. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. Sometimes you need to get on the sauce,
There it is. Because I'm gonna tell you later on. I'm gonna ask for in the super chat. We gonna get a GoFundMe for Juan's liver. Okay. For Juan's liver trip. Hey, look. When you get to a certain age, you gotta be able to get it. But what I like to say is 23 people that's watching, 23 likes, 23 subscriptions, 23 shares. But this show is actually brought to you by Manscaped. Oh yeah. You get 20% off plus free shipping if you put in the AFN, put in the code AFN at manscaped.com. But listen, fellas, always got to write something when it comes to this, man. Hey. Fellas, do your boys sweat harder than Sean McVay during our fourth quarter comeback last week?
What?
If that's the case, I got two products for you, man, because my boy was sweating hard during that fourth quarter comeback, because I was too. Crop preserver right here, okay? That's for your ball deodorant, right? But you gotta listen, guys. I'm gonna be real frank with this. You gotta wash your ass before this, okay? Get in the nook and crannies with this. You gotta wash this, okay?
Water your bricks.
That's it.
Oh,
listen, man, you gotta get in between the twig and berries with this, okay? This is when you get that hey big head, okay? Look for that hey big head right there, okay? If you get that test, you already know, because right now it's draft season. It's cuddle season, okay? This is the draft. This is when you start going through all your projects and whatnot. If you know what I mean, if you're of a certain age, you know what I mean. This is what it's about right here, the crop reviver. Spray and go, brother. Spray and go. All right? Now, one more before we get into the topics, okay? Because I got one more. Okay? This, fellas, when you're walking with your girl, the strangers put change in your cup because they think that you're homeless. It is. Shave it, man. Keep it low. Do not become under the impression that you're one of the homeless and you get into a shelter right here, man. Here it is, man. Right here, all over.
Shave it low, and she'll be good to go.
Shave it low, good to go. It's real nice, man. Trust me on that. Anyway, so we're gonna get into this right now. First order of business. Cause goddamn, man. RELAX. Our subject of the matter is Kyle Pitts, because all these fantasy football fanatics and all that is panicking because my man obviously may not be putting up the numbers that they expect him to, but Drake London is, and Daryl Hodge and other people are performing like as they should. But when people don't understand concepts, they don't understand offense, they don't know. So I'm gonna start right down below me, Blackberry. Can you tell these people to relax?
Yeah, I could. Y'all need to relax, okay? Y'all need to relax. Like Magnus just alluded to, if you see Hodge getting open and getting catches, if you see Olamide Zaccheaus getting open and getting touchdowns, if you see Drake London being able to get open and get touchdowns, it's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Cal, not only are these guys good at getting open, because we said this at the beginning of the season, OZ was going to be able to get free because of the attention Kyle Pitts was going to get. Hodge and whoever else that was going to be in this receiver lineup was going to be able to get open because of the attention that Kyle Pitts was going to get. Now, Drake London has been eating, okay? He been eating Golden Corral buffet style. He been eating, okay? So now that these other guys are getting open and they making plays, they getting touchdowns. We in week 3. The further we get into the season, the more these defenses are gonna have to take that in mind. They're gonna have to put more attention on these guys, and they're gonna have to realize like we can't allow, if we other teams have been focused on not letting Kyle Pitts beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're getting beat everywhere else. They're getting beat with, even in the running game. Think about this now. The running game has been successful, and everybody outside of Kyle Pitts has been able to do their thing in the receiving group. So, if it's really not for a couple key turnovers in these last couple weeks, the Atlanta Falcons win these 2 football games. So, is that really a Kyle Pitts issue? Is that a Kyle Pitts problem? No, that's not a Kyle Pitts targets problem. That's a protecting the ball problem. So if y'all want to keep spreading your all this, propaganda around about all this bullshit that y'all been spreading about Kyle Pitts, put that focus where it really belongs and say, man, the Falcons just need to protect the ball and they 2-0 right now. Put your energy into that.
Yeah. Before I go to Coach, Derek Ortega with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Good morning, guys. I just started rooting for the Falcons this season. Hey, welcome to the family.
Appreciate it, man.
Should we let Mariota still be our QB or start Ritter? Now, you just started being a Falcons fan, and you already started controversy already. I like it. I like it, man.
Shit.
But what you think, man? Because we still have to answer it. This is our new guy. We ain't gonna beat him up too much. But
well,
Mariota or Ritter?
Here's the thing. Mariota's gonna be fine. Mariota's gonna be fine. Ritter needs to learn more. It's gonna be beneficial to him if he does. But Mariota right now he just has to get his feet under. That's all. It's just a progression thing because, like I said, he's been in 8 years. But Coach mentioned on a couple shows he hasn't played a lot of snaps. and he's having to get his rhythm as a quarterback back. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody knows he's a veteran. They expect him to be at a certain level, but you can't overlook the fact that he has sat more than he's played in the last 2 years. So he's going to have to, and not only that, he came from the Raiders to the Falcons. So he went from one organization and a scheme to another organization and a different scheme, if I'm correct about that. So you just got to give him time. So, yeah, we'll see. But for right now, he's our quarterback.
There you go. Coach, RELAX. Kyle Pitts, man. They want answers. We got to give it to them. You know? What you think, man?
Exactly what you just said. Just relax. It's going to happen, guys. If you realize in the game of football, there's always a setup, right? So until they start respecting the other players, because right now they're not respecting the other players. They're still worrying about Cal. So you got to respect these other guys. If not, you're going to still continue to get burned. So once that starts to happen, Cal's wide open now. So you can't just keep double teaming him because somebody's going to always be open. So if you want to continue to look stupid out there on defense, keep playing Kyle Pitts. I'm just saying, you want to keep looking like, well, how's this guy keep going? Because you're worrying about one man.
Right.
It's a whole 100-yard field, 53-yard wide field you got to worry about. See what I'm saying? So you keep doing what you're doing. We're going to keep moving the ball down the field.
It is.
But once you release him, you still got problems again. Because the one-on-one, you're going to get killed still. So,
yeah.
Play your game, man. So,
You know
that's
what?
I got about relax.
You know what Warren about to say?
What is Warren about to say, man?
I'm gonna let him say it.
I know what he's going to say.
Pick your poison
Your
seed. And I'm going right into what Coach said and piggyback off what Blackberry said. Think about it this way. Instead of everybody looking at, Kyle Pitts isn't getting snaps or he isn't getting the ball, what they are doing, and Arthur Smith is kind of genius for this, I'm going to force you to take all the shine and put it on Kyle Pitts. And I'm going to let Drake London get his rhythm. So that Drake London becomes the problem we know he is. By the time y'all pay attention to that, now you got to focus on him. Kyle Pitts is going to be able to eat. Now you got two problems. See, it's called misdirection. They do it in magic shows, and some of the best coaches do it all day long. So while y'all focusing on Kyle Pitts and everybody's mad about Kyle Pitts not getting any catches, not getting any touchdowns, it's coming. But we just want to let y'all know that Drake London is a problem too. And the more he eats, the more he becomes a problem. Now y'all got to split y'all attention. And that's when Arthur Smith is going to get, that's when he's going to have fun. See, everybody else is eating. So he's the decoy. Pick your poison season.
I'm put it like this. But before I get into it, let me do a roll call right now because I know we got our elitists that need a table down front. So let me just get my elites a table so that they can enjoy this show and do what they need to do. YM Web Jamal, again, my condolences. You go ahead, you get your table down front. Lyrics Bomb, part of the elitists, Matt Town Dirty, Dame, the $1 Million Man, Dame DiBiase. Kenny Sanabria, Saint 16. Okay, I know that's $1 Million Man, man.
that's his nephew right there. That's Dane.
Yo, Saint 16. I know you at work, man, but yo, you can sneak in and out. Trust me. I'll give your supervisor a no. Don't worry about that, man. Yo, happy birthday, D. Cole. Yo, happy birthday, man.
Oh, happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, D. Cole.
Yeah. Lowski.
Your sound went out.
Dirk Cutter got his sound.
You got it?
Your sound went out.
See?
Finish it off for him, somebody. Finish it off for him.
You got it, one? I got it.
Yeah.
You got it?
Class 5 white. Oh, you got it? You got it, man?
Oh, man, they ain't trying to have. They don't want me to be great, but I'll finish.
There you go. You good now.
Check this out. Lowski said the ball will find him. He must have been listening to the interviews. Lowski, you get an A+ for doing your homework, man. William Amy, Ultra Shadow, Derek Ortega. Once again, welcome to the family. Y'all, make Derek Ortega feel like family, man, because he's a new Falcons fan. We'll be out here recruited. D'Angelo Pouncey, Dave, V for Vendetta. I appreciate all y'all coming. Miss, what is this? Oh God! All right, Miss says I got good news. Atlanta is flying me out today.
It do crazy. It miss crazy. Miss crazy. Miss crazy.
Yeah, but again, I appreciate y'all. Especially you, Pamela Johnson. Good morning, Miss Johnson.
Good morning.
I'd like to speak on this. The RELAX. Because before we got our brother Night Rider coming in right now.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, snakes, chickens, ducks, Boosie Collins, Bobby Hill, Hank Hill, Dale Gruden, getting that dang old boom her, man.
Hello, Michael.
How we doing?
Right.
Hey, man, how you doing today?
Listen, man. I knew. Look, if anybody follows me on Facebook, I'm gonna give you my information later. I put a question out there. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. It's off topic.
I saw it.
I saw it, right? I said if you had to put in some work, I said there's 4 cards you had to choose from. It's either Kit, the Batmobile, the Ripper card from if you're an '80s baby or if you was born in the '80s, that
That's
movie
my
The Wraith.
joint right there.
That movie The Wraith. I said that.
Yeah,
or,
that's my joint right there.
Or the DeLorean. That was the 4 that you had to choose. If you had to put in some work, you had to choose one.
DeLorean.
I got the Wraith, man.
Yeah, Bill,
I got the Wraith because I can blow you up and come right back together.
Give me Kit, man. Give me Kit, no. I'll take Kit.
He said the DeLorean.
Night Rider gotta go chalk. Night Rider gotta go chalk because you got to.
Give me Kit, man.
If I'm the Wraith, I'm already dead, so you can't kill me. So therefore,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, what's up?
I want to be dead.
Mad Mike is in the building. Fresh getting work.
Hey, Kip, how you doing today?
What's up, Mike? Listen, but let me ask you, Night Rider, how do you feel about like everybody can't get over Kyle Pitts not getting any work and anything like that? How do you feel about that?
Down. Shit, the man drawing double coverage. Do you really want Marcus Mariota throwing into double coverage? Ask yourself that question.
That's exactly what's happening.
The ball into double coverage over Kyle Pitts. You got a wide open Drake London over here. Come on, people.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, people. Simple math. Simple math. Simple math. Hello.
Look, this is brought to you by the electric company.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh my God.
But listen, man.
It's coming.
Kyle Pitts is going to be just fine. Kyle Pitts is going to be just fine. It's a simple matter of if you actually understand concepts and whatnot. Sometimes Kyle Pitts is running off coverage so guys underneath can eat. That's why you're seeing Carterell Hodge. That's why you're seeing Oz. That's why you're seeing Drake get open. Because not every route is meant for you to actually get the ball. Sometimes it's meant for you to run off coverage like a safety or a linebacker or whatever, so that somebody underneath. If you watch most of these people play Madden, you understand this. Okay, that's why it's so frustrating to talk to some of these people, because of that simple fact. Your fantasy league will be fine. Go into the deep dive to get somebody else. But Kyle Pitts will be fine. We got Mad Mike that just came in. I know you got something to say. Let them know, Mike. I know you've been hearing this all week.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to say to everybody, I'm turning over a new leaf in my life. I will no longer be Mad Mike from this point on. I'll be Mellow Mike. All right. Do not call me Mad Mike ever again because I'm turning over. I'm turning over a new leaf, y'all. So it's Sunday. God bless me today, and that's where I'm going. I'm going to preach. I'm giving up Falcons content. I'm giving up my channel. I'm giving up AFN. I'm just playing. Hey, man, look, Kyle Pitts. I had to go on for a second now. Hey,
You can say that on Sunday, right? You can be honest on Sunday, right?
Mike, you about to have a whole lot of people on the sauce today, boy. They ain't gonna watch the game the same no more.
Y'all mind if I speak on Blizzard Mike's?
Hold up.
Because we got Mellow Mike, we got Mad Mike, we got Blizzard Mike, we got everybody in it. All the mics, everybody wants to just change their name. Everybody just change it.
That sounds about right. That's me perfectly right there. You got a number of personalities, and I'm not going to like it's not true.
Hurricane Mike.
Got Michael Knight.
Hey man, no, you guys, just real quick on this Kyle Pitts stuff, man. Like this, I'm not gonna be long this y'all show, man. But hey, look, this Kyle Pitts stuff got to stop. Like, let's be real, man. This guy's in his second year. Y'all act like he been in the league 8 years. Give the guy time to find himself. Get a team time to find themselves. It's been it hasn't even been 2 complete years yet. All right, so these guys have time to grow. They have room to grow. Nobody would have said after 2 years that Steph Curry would be a Hall of Famer. All right, nobody would say after 2 years that Aaron Rodgers would be considered the greatest thrower of the football to ever play the game. All right, even Joe Montana, all these guys, they had time to come into their own. So let's not put these labels on these guys because we got these fantasy numbers and we got $2,000 rocking in our purse. All right. I know a lot of people got a lot of money rocking on these guys, and that's the main reason why they upset. So give these guys more than a year, man, to find themselves. Kyle Pitts will be fine. We will be fine with Marcus Mariota. No, he's not Matt Ryan. No, he's not a Hall of Famer, but he can get the job done. If damn Trent Dilfer can do it, all right? Don't tell me that Marcus Mariota can't do it, all right? So that's all I got to say about that, man. You guys enjoy the rest of the show, but I had to come in there with it.
Magnus, may I say something in conjunction with what Mike just said? Look at our previous quarterback in number 2. Look at how he's doing on the Colts right now. They're slamming him right now. A Hall of Famer. They slamming him right now because he's getting adjusted to that team. Mm-hmm. You see this? So if y'all sitting up here, if they're sitting up here slamming a Hall of Famer, that's just the nature of the game. Mariota gonna be fine.
They wasn't slamming him before though.
No, they wasn't slamming him. What it was, they wasn't slamming him before when he got it. But now they're
this 0-2 start, they wasn't slamming. The Indianapolis Colts finally got a quarterback. Mm-hmm. They had the best running back last year. They had a top 15 defense. They had a top 10 offensive line. Oh, and now they got a quarterback. Look at them now. It's about to be Peyton Manning in Indianapolis all over again.
They could have scored nothing against Jacksonville last week, though.
Right.
Well, he was horrible. Right. They got Nathan.
But you see, that's why I say it's all about who we like and how fast can they get there to make us feel good. It ain't about adjustments and stuff, and that's part of the game. It's going to be a learning curve with whatever quarterback and whatever team. Period. You can't escape the process. Great or not. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Snuck up here, man. Anthony snuck up here. Go ahead and say what's up, man. And how do you feel about Kyle Pitts, man? Because a lot of people, it's a hot topic right now, man. So how do you feel about Kyle Pitts, man?
First off, all I'm gonna say is this is Sniper on the Roof. That's me.
What the fuck? Hey, say it too loud, bro.
Silent but deadly. But All I'm gonna say, I mean, I don't know. I just hopped on, so I don't know what everybody else said, but just relax. Relax. You can't get open when you're getting double team, triple team, bracketed. I mean, what you want him to do? But we have to look at the bigger picture here. While he's getting double, triple team, and bracketed, everybody else can eat. Look at what Drake did last week.
Exactly.
Who thought that was gonna happen? Nobody.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We have to, by him playing a role in the team, he's gonna open up avenues for everybody. And then eventually down the road, he's going to get his. Because once everybody else starts eating, they're not going to be able to double team and triple team everybody.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, Ed. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like I'm gonna be totally real, and I'm asking. Like I said, I'm gonna go to coach with this one. Just imagine if we were, which we could have been, if we were 2-0. And we were, singing the praises, Kyle Pitts is getting the ball and all that kind of stuff. What would have been the narrative on that? Oh, it's only the first 2 weeks of the season. Y'all need to calm down and everything like that. It's like, chill out. It's only the first 2 weeks of the season. Well, now it's the reverse. Mm-hmm. Now you got to get chemistry with a new quarterback. You got to get chemistry with new players, new teams, new concepts and everything like that. So we're 0-2. I mean, yes, we need to win today. We need to. Yes. Okay? But here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Because now everybody has to find a narrative as to why. Maybe why people say, like, okay, well, I have to write something because I'm a writer. So I have to write something. It's like, okay, well, why are you guys over? Well, it must be Kyle Pitts not getting the ball. Not the fact that Marcus Mariota would turn the ball over or anything like that. Because I think, who said it? Was it Blackberry or was it Warren that you said that about, like, ball security and all that?
I think it was Blackberry.
Blackberry. Right. It was ball security. If you take care of the ball and we stop these stupid penalties in the red zone, we would score. Therefore, everything flips, and we're not even having this narrative anymore. We're not even talking about Kyle Pitts if we're 2-0. But they have to throw a narrative out there as to why we're 0-2. Like, Coach, how you feel about
negativity?
Mm-hmm. Negative Nancy's.
Of course. Well, it would have been they got lucky because, especially against the Rams, they got lucky, such and such. It'd have been this, we're going to see going deeper into the way. So it would have been that. And then the first loss we would have took, see, I told you, they're going back doing the Falcons thing again. So it's either way, it would have been a lose-lose.
Yep.
Either way. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you got spectators. I ain't gonna call them fans. You got spectators. Half of them want to be proven right about us losing, and then the other half want us to win, so that they can brag until we lose.
Man,
but it's all about us. At the end of the day, it's all about us losing. It ain't got nothing to do with us winning. Those spectators, fans.
Hey, Warren, you know how many people I have to deal with on a daily basis with that right there.
That's to say.
Whole lot of flathead catfish people. Always talking about it. They're gonna lose. Man, we try. Like, man, look, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Take it over there.
You see our boy Losi got name for us now, man. Luda, Cube, 2 Chainz, Bone Crusher, Freeway, and Jazzy Faye. That's who he calls us now. But anyway, moving on.
Okay.
I want to know who I am in it. Who am I in it?
I think you Jazzy Faye, but yeah, I'll tell you that right now.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Freeway. Oh boy. Well, I got some bad news, guys. Elijah Wilkinson to miss this game due to a personal matter. Atlanta will start. Oh boy.
They're gonna start
Kobe Gossett or Chuma Idoga in his place.
It's Kobe.
It's gonna be Kobe.
Yeah, I got the depth chart right here. It's Kobe.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy. Coach, how do you feel about that, man?
Well, you got to think about Kobe played last year against that Buffalo game. He did a good job.
Yeah.
So you know,
Yeah. He did.
you know, he's a true guard. Too much to actually as a tackle. So I'd rather have a true guard in there than a tackle in there. You know, who hasn't played tackle in a while, but guard in a while. But yeah, so I think it'll be okay. You know, so like I said, he's a better option than Truman. That's just my own personal thinking. So.
Damn sure, because they just picked him up about 10 minutes ago.
Well,
They just got you
right. He's still getting used to the uniform.
Exactly. You ain't gotta be in New York no more.
Then another thing about Kobe, he did make the roster. He did make the 53-man roster, so there had to be something there.
Yeah,
that's true.
There it is. I mean, that's like I said, that's one thing we could worry about. But this is where it's going to get. This is what people really want to know right now. The keys to victory of beating, because it's not that ain't your daddy, that ain't your mama, Seattle Seahawks, man. It's loud up there.
Loud.
Okay, but this ain't the Legion of Boom. No, Jamal Adams is out for the season. They pilfered T. Tabor and put him on as safety. That's it, man. One piece of victory, man.
Got 3 keys, man. First one is play balanced football, because this team, they can run and they can throw. So we're going to have to get that pass rush going. We're going to have to contain. Okay, first 3 quarters of the game, we're gonna need to tackle. Okay, we can't be doing the hula hoop thing. We can't be just, trying to push them off with our hands. We need to get at the quarterback. We need to wrap him up. All right, get him rattled. Because if you let him sit in the pocket, he can throw. All right, and he will move around if necessary. All right. Number 2, protect the damn ball. When you get the ball, put super glue in your hands, whatever you got to do to make sure you come down with the catches. Make sure when you go across the middle, please wrap that ball up like a baby.
Hold it with 2 hands.
Don't be trying to do the one hand catch. Look, no.
Talking to you,
2 hands.
2 hands.
2 hands.
At
2
all
hands.
times. Like on
Just
the wheel.
like
2 hands. 10
2
and 2.
hands.
On that ball, 10 and 2. Remember that. 10 and 2. Not 5 o'clock, not 6. 10 and 2.
How you doing that?
Yeah, that's it. 10 and 2. 10 and 2. Or in Ant's case, 12 and 6. 12 and 6. Thank you. 12 and 6.
It's about 3:45. That's what
Right,
they're
yeah, right.
About 3:45, man.
Right.
It's like,
and my third thing is red zone. No penalties. Y'all need to get down in the red zone and be as calm as you can be. If you made it to the red zone, congratulations, go get the touchdown. Don't get down there and be like, oh, shoot, we're in the red zone. What now? No. Go get the touchdown. Stop jumping off sides. Stop seeing ghosts. There's only one. Look. There's only one line of defensive men. There ain't 20 of them. Calm down. Punch the ball in. That's it.
we got guys to do it too. Blackberry, keys to victory.
Protect the ball. Protect the ball.
What else?
Remember fundamentals. Protect the ball. Protect the ball. Remember fundamentals.
That's right. That's right.
This,
Right.
what you like to do as a team works, okay? It works. We see it. We see it works. It's a few people around the league too. It's a few people around the league that recognize that what you do work. But I don't want it to become a thing of, yeah, it works, but they'll make a mistake. Because that's what I mean, it's not Madden. This ain't Madden. But
Gotta play.
But defensive coordinators can do that. They can, we just got to weather whatever little storm the Falcons might go on, and they'll make a mistake. We'll force them to make a mistake. We'll put some pressure on Mariota. He'll throw it up there, and a mistake is coming.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want that to become a thing. We don't want that because ain't that what we do with other teams like the Cowboys? Don't we do that with other teams like the Saints or the Aints or the Swamp Folks?
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be going along real good. They gonna get so full of themselves, get so excited by how everything's going so well, and they'll make a mistake. We don't want that to become a thing here. So protect the ball, remember fundamentals. That's all I got.
Let me get to this $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Tay Rush. Sorry for waiting.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
$2. My man said, when we win today. There it is right there. When we win today. What y'all think has to happen? I'll put it like this. I think personally, because I'm gonna go to Juan after this, man, and then I'm gonna go to Coach right after that. Check this out. I think the guards are gonna play a big role today because of the fact that it's loud. So when it's loud in a stadium and whatnot, they gotta tap that sensor, to give him the cue to give him the ball because he's not gonna hear this. Like when Mariota does, they ain't gonna be able to hear that. Not in that stadium. Not in that stadium. No.
Yeah.
Number two is we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Arthur Smith is a head coach, but he's also a coordinator, okay? Coordinators must be able to get into a rhythm. So penalties actually throws off your rhythm when you call in plays. Sometimes you get into a zone. We know about that when you get into a zone. When you play sports or whatever, it's like you stop thinking. When you're thinking, you're thinking, okay? Yep. But when you stop thinking, you get into a rhythm, and all of a sudden you just call in plays. You see Arthur Smith when he's on the sideline, he'd be like, I don't know, but like he's like, I don't know. If you're listening to the podcast, please don't do that. It's like don't shrug your shoulders because the camera catches you every single time that you shrug your shoulders, man. All right, just don't do that. Number three is Marcus Mariota has to stop being Tony Romo because that's what I'm comparing him to. I'm comparing Tony Romo. He's like,
oh God!
Like I'm telling you right now. Look. I know.
That's Mr. Brokeback. Mr. Brokeback. For anybody that knows, don't know. Mr. Brokeback.
That's gosh. Damn. Oh my damn, man.
I didn't go that deep. Good Lord.
But hold on. Let me tell you.
And who poured Coca-Cola in your cereal?
Damn, man.
Coca-Cola in your cereal.
That's why he was late.
I need you to send this man a good word this morning.
Look.
Yeah, it's Tony. I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Blackberry.
Go ahead, tell me why.
But let me tell you why I said Tony Romo, because he's the ultimate feast or famine quarterback. Like he can throw for about 4 bills on you, and then at the end of the game he'll sit there and throw a pick, and you just sit like, what? Why?
He was the king of that, boy. He was the king of that.
Man, Mike back. Go ahead,
Mike.
I'm sorry. Look. I apologize. I sincerely apologize. But your boy Ghostface was about to piss me off because look, we gotta stop. We gotta start with this decision making stuff. All right, coaches make calls. Let me repeat this. Coaches make calls. They're not on the field jumping off sides. They're not fumbling the ball. They're not dropping interceptions. They're not missing touchdown passes. So when I hear coaches gotta make better decisions, No, players gotta execute. This is one of the things that pisses me off so badly. And I know I just relapsed. God forgive me. He gonna bless my soul later at 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock. He fine with that. But we gotta stop with this mess talking about Arthur Smith. He's not out there dropping passes. He's not jumping all sides in the red zone when we 1-2 yards away from running and getting into the end zone. That is not his problem. So when I hear this, it really burns me up when I say we got to make better decisions in close situations. No, players got to execute. At some point, we got to start pointing the finger at these players and say, all right, Marcus, hold on to the damn ball. How about the center? Your boy, Dahlman. Like, how about you throw the ball up high and not at the damn goal like you playing cricket or something? Like, look, we're not doing this, people.
That's like cricket.
Like, what are we talking about, people? It really burns. It burns me up when I hear talk about player like coaches got to make better decisions. At the end of the day, guess what happened against the Saints? That wasn't genius play calls. Michael Thomas made a play. Okay? Our corner didn't make a play. In the Rams game, he dropped the interception. We dropped several interceptions in that game. And guess what? Marcus Mariota had one mistake that he could have done, and we could have easily say, all right, let's blame that on the offensive line for letting the pressure get to Marcus. There's so many what ifs, but at the end of the day, it comes down to execution. We gotta stop putting these coaches on such a low pedestal, because we put them at a low pedestal. As soon as we win, we're going to say they're the greatest of all time, but we put them on low when we don't have, like when things like this happen. Players have to execute. I didn't see Phil Jackson shooting those game-winning jump shots. I didn't see Bill Belichick out there kicking field goals. Okay, I don't remember. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping, people. So at the end of the day, we got to stop with these decisions. We may not like every call, but at the end of the day, you got to shoot the damn ball. You got to throw the damn ball. You got to pick it off. You got to hit a home run. That comes down to the players, people. Hold players accountable. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Look, I'm gonna go pray. I'm gonna get on my knees and I'm gonna put some holy oil on my head. All right. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
I want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
What's up, Night Rider? What's up?
Mellow Mike, my ass. Damn mellow.
Who is that? Who is that?
He repented. He just repented. That's all.
I'm hurt. I'm really hurt, fellas. I'm so hurt. Like, oh man.
Go to the confessional, Mike. Go to the
confessional.
And St. Baptist.
I've been seeing that. It's just not ghosts. I'm seeing it from everybody. Everybody want to point the fingers at the coaches. Players got to execute, man. Like at the end of the day, man, if you want it, you gonna get it. All right, it comes down to that. Hustle's gonna hustle, and if you don't want it, you gonna sit on your behind and not get better. That's the end of that. That's the end all be all right there.
Yep. You definitely right, Mike. You definitely right. But Ghost Peppers didn't say coaches. He just said better decision making. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna take up for him a little bit.
Players gotta make better decisions because those are coverage when those.
That's the main thing.
Oh yeah.
And that's the main thing, bro. Because protect the ball, bro. I mean,
Blackberry.
Go. Yeah.
Let me ask something, Blackberry. Let me ask y'all something, because like, do you remember? It was like late in the fourth quarter, right? Cooper Kupp, I think, was in a slot, and I think Skronik was on the right side. It was like on the right side of the field. Mm-hmm. 3 people jumped on Cooper Kupp, and Skronik was wide open in that corner route. It's just the fact that Matthew Stafford just missed him. Mm-hmm. We're having a lot of blown coverages, especially in that game, and especially like on the Saints. There's a lot of blown coverages where these young guys are thinking too much. They're not reacting, right. And that's what Dean Pease is saying, and that's what exactly Arthur Smith is echoing, is that we're putting out the plays out there. You guys have to execute. It will work. Get your head out your behind and just react. We do it in practice all week. It's just that simple.
It's coming down to, like I said, if you worried about making a mistake, then you're thinking about every step that you're doing instead of actually reacting and letting your instincts take over. If you in basketball trying to figure out how to shoot a 3-pointer, you've already failed at shooting a 3-pointer.
Not gonna happen.
Right. Look, if you're in baseball, if you're in baseball trying to learn how to hit a fastball, you've already struck out.
Hey, this right here, Dave. I'm like, and excuse me, I'm just so amped up for the football game today. But look, I think this is. I know what coach about to go, but let me say this real quick. This is not necessarily true. This is what we talk about with great teams and great defense. The NFL is filled with great defensive coordinators and coaches who gonna figure out what you're doing. And this is why mixing coverages and not having tails and continuously doing the same things over and over and over again comes into play. You can't keep playing zone and expect the quarterback not to get it. You can't keep playing man and not expect a player to get it. You gotta mix the coverage. You gotta do what one always say, help them pick your poison. Pick your poison. Am I going to give it to this guy on this time? And am I going to give it? Like, you got to keep mixing it up. And that's what happened in the fourth quarter against the Saints. We kept sending those blitzes. They figured it out, and we didn't make the necessary adjustment.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because you got to play zone at some point. You can't play man all game.
Nope.
You can't do it all game.
If you notice against Seattle, when we mixed up the plays, when we went pass, run, when we mixed it up, their defense couldn't keep up because they didn't know how to. It was too many switches for them to adjust. The minute we started to go on one side of the fence to the other, we decided, okay, we're going to run the ball more or we're going to pass the ball more. They locked in on us because one thing about it, if you already know you got to focus on Aaron Donald, then you still have to be able to throw the defense off as a whole, not just for one man. So when we went away from that, that's when they started manhandling us. And that's what people fail to realize. That's why I was yelling at the TV, like, why are you going away from that? Okay. Because as long as we mixed it up, we kept them on their toes. The minute we started doing that, we flat-footed. Period. That's what Mike's talking about. They zero in on what you do. So stop doing the same thing. But it comes down to execution. If Mike throws me a dime, and my hands is not like this and they're like this, the ball may bounce off my helmet. It may go through my hand.
You can't be doing the Cordero Patterson on there. You can't be doing the Cordero Patterson. They're playing patty cake, Baker Man with the ball and get it picked off.
You gonna do that? What you say? Want the ball right here? You either miss it. Or you'll be like old boy, the little giant. You're going to get the ball stuck in your face.
Yeah, you supposed
that'll be better shit.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all have not seen it, they got a film with Jerry Rice, and Jerry Rice goes over the technical aspects of catching the ball. And Jerry Rice said, your hands have to be like this.
Like a diamond.
So the ball fits right in there. If you doing this, you watching the movie. So you watching Mike throw me the ball. And 9 times out of 10, you get hit in the head or you miss it. If it's not like this,
but today, wide receivers not catching the ball. Today, wide receivers still using their bodies to catch the ball.
Right.
They're not using hands. You got very few guys that use their hands.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And you got guys that got big catch radiuses. So that technique is very, very key, especially when you got a large catch radius.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I still have to. I'm not going to let this defense off the hook, though. No, I'm not going to let them off the hook because if anything that was pissing me off last week, it was that. Because I'm seeing too many guys that say they're trying to jump routes and trying to do too much. Now, you know what? Shout out to Darren Hall for playing through the whistle and going to get Cooper Kupp and going to get that ball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Troy Anderson that said, I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to make a play. I'm going to run over somebody to go get this ball. Special team showed up. Yes, but we wouldn't be in this predicament if we get into the red zone, we score. Young Way cool again. He left points out there. he's automatic. It kind of looked a little sus and whatnot. I thought,
Yeah,
man,
so-
what point shape? Because I'm
I
like,
wouldn't-
don't
hey.
wait on never.
Talking about that field goal miss, I actually watched the all 22 part of it, the whole feel of it. He actually slipped.
Oh,
He actually slipped on that kick. He had a small slip on that kick.
A lot of our players were slipping on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know what was going on, but they were
They
slipping
wet
a
that
lot.
field down, and we didn't have enough. We didn't have the right clicks. They didn't bring the right clicks in there.
And I wish they
with
would.
tennis shoes on.
But you know what? I wish that's something they'll point out over the league because that's been a concern in a lot of games. I don't. It's these home teams are wetting these fields, and
But they're turf. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I really want to see. I really want to see something come out about this at some point because I think these home field, like people don't know this. You don't wear the same cleats always in away games as you do in home games.
Right.
So I really want to see something come out about this at some point.
Like San Francisco,
It got to stop.
San Francisco used to do that a lot, like in Candlestick Park.
That was grass too,
It
though.
was, yeah, but they'll wet that field though.
Worst field in football.
Yep. Well, I mean, hold on, Coach. Now you remember the field in Washington. You know,
RFK.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Shoot, I can look at that stadium now and tell you that field was bad. The stadium's still there.
But the question is, don't they have somebody to like? Okay, they know we going to certain. Don't they have somebody that's a specialist on that, knowing what cleats go to what turf?
Each stadium have their own field people, have their own
Right.
ground crew. So just like baseball, everybody have their own.
Yeah, they have their own.
What up,
What's
Jew?
up with you, Jew?
But Coach, what's the keys to victory, man?
Win the game. But all right,
And there you have it.
All right. Yeah. No, we got to pressure this guy, man. We can't just let him sit back there. We got to disguise our cover. We got to disguise our blitzes. You know, and go after these young tackles, man. They got two freshman tackles. You know,
thank you.
And I think our edge rushers are fast enough to get back there to Geno, but we got to make sure we contain. We can't let Geno escape through the middle. We can't let him step up. We got to pressure. Got to push these linemen back. So you know, hey, it's all depending on what the front four do, man. The front four gonna be very key to this game.
Say Madness. Can I ask Coach another question, if you don't mind?
Go ahead, brother.
Now, I talked about telling these linebackers to stop dropping so damn far back, and it seems. Now, it's some strategy. What is it something you'll tell? Because if the ball coming across in front of you so much, and you see that's happening, at some point you got to make an adjustment. These guys got to be able to rely on some athleticism too at some point. But I mean, come on, the ball crossing in front of you every time. What would you do in that to tell these guys to keep the ball from crossing in front of them so much?
If you look at film, because I've been looking at the film. If you look at the film, 54, what's his name? Evans. He runs straight back. He doesn't look. He's not looking. He's not dropping correctly. He's running back instead of dropping. See what I'm saying? That's what killing Evans, because he's instead of him looking back toward the play, he's running straight here. So they come right behind him. So then he got to react to turn around. He don't have the same reaction.
Eyes not in front of him.
His eyes not in front of him, exactly. He's looking toward the end zone instead of looking where the quarterback's at. So that's how he drops. So if you look at film, that's what he does. His drop's terrible. But he's not a cover linebacker.
It comes down to
technique, yeah.
That comes down that comes down to not trusting his technique. He doesn't believe that he got the athleticism to make up for that. And that's why I was telling people, you know, Deion Jones' presence is missed because he trusts his athleticism. Michael Walker is getting to that point where he trusts his instincts, but he's not there yet.
Hey, Mike. I don't know if you guys noticed also in last week's game, especially that fourth quarter, Troy played almost that whole fourth quarter on defense.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That Evans wasn't in the game. So
I do want to see Troy Anderson more.
Yeah, I do. He see ball, get ball. That's what he does. That's Bobby Boucher. Right
and he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, he is.
This kid is a gamer. He's a playmaker. He's a baller and a shot caller.
Hey, Mike. Let me ask you a question. Sorry about this, Matt. Let me ask you a question, Mike. Do you think with Debo on the field that he would be able to help Evans out in paying attention to how he's dropping back?
You'll be able to hide. You'll be able to hide Evans a little bit more because he's a bit more decisive in his reads, and I think that's the thing that he's missing as a linebacker, and that's why it's like there's no shot at Michael Walker, but Dion knows the game. He knows the players. He knows what he's supposed to do. Michael Evans hasn't gotten to that point yet. And quite frankly, I'm not sure if he's going to get to that point because this is his third year. He should be there already. There's no excuse for because if you look at Fourier, it took Fourier 2 years to really become a starter. Yeah. It shouldn't take you 3 years to understand the defense. You should know that right by now because you should be studying the film. You should any backup linebacker when they get their chance, they should know their keys. Michael Walker's still running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Like at a lot of times we've seen that doing. But the great thing about Michael Walker is that he does make plays and he makes up for it. I don't know how long Dean Pease is going to let him get away with that type of stuff because he's going to be looking at T1000, aka Troy Anderson. All right, bro, it's your time. Let's see what you got.
And he's going hunting.
That's real talk.
But Evans, Michael Walker, he's very hesitant. I don't like. He's okay, but he's very hesitant when he makes his decision. You can tell, like, okay, dude, what you gonna go downhill? You gonna stop there? He goes flat foot. Then he got to restart up. He needs to keep his feet moving the whole time. He probably have a better.
No linebacker should do that. No linebacker should ever be caught flat footed.
Yeah, he's hesitant.
No linebacker. You got to be on your toes at linebacker, and you can't be hesitant. You got to be assignment sound. Whatever your assignment is, do that. Yeah. Don't be trying to. Don't sit up there and be trying to figure out. Okay, well, what if this happened? No what ifs. Your job is to do what your job is to do on this play. If your job is to fill a gap, get your ass up in there and fill a gap. If your job is a back, you got your eyes on that back all times. All time.
I like what Jew. Yo, I appreciate you for saying this, man, because Evans is a thumper. He's a downhill run stopping linebacker. That's his thing. That's what he does. So that's why you go into the draft and you draft an athlete like a Troy Anderson because he can do both. And all he needs is a little bit of seasoning, and we can imagine what he's going to be if you put him beside Debo. Both those guys together to understand keys and whatnot. Come on, man. Like seriously, all he needs is a little bit of experience, and that's why they're putting him in the game now. So don't be surprised if he sees some time today too, because of what he did when he got on the field last week.
And he got a lot of folks in the stands today too.
Because the one thing you don't want is them mental lapses. And them, say we get further down the field, you start getting towards them playoffs. You do not want mental lapses in them playoff games like that. Because, bro, you spelling disaster.
That's what costs games,
man. Because you got these teams that's found a rhythm. They will exploit that and eat all day if you don't fix it.
I want to give somebody homework real quick. I want to give everybody some homework. Damn, K-Styles on here. Damn.
I'm going to give my introduction too.
I'm about to give you some homework, people. If you go look at Ray Lewis, and this I'm telling you how to look at linebackers. When you look at Ray Lewis and his drops and coverage, he goes immediately. There's no hesitation. He's going to his spot. If you look at him in the run game, he's always coming forward. He's coming forward, reading those gaps. A linebacker should never be standing flat-footed when the ball is high. You should never. You should be inching towards the gap when the ball is hiked in the run game, if that's your assignment. If it's coverage, he should always be moving backward. There's no hesitation. So anytime you see a linebacker after the ball is hiked, he's just standing there, he's not doing his job. Yeah. Even in the spy. So look for those things at linebackers.
Yep. Big fact.
We got a good question right here, man. Who will AJ guard today, DK or T-Lock? Who you think, man?
Oh man, that's hard.
Who you think, man?
They're gonna put him on DK.
Man, what you get?
Let me start with Ant. Who you think, man? I'm gonna get to Unite right next, man.
I don't know. I mean, AJ got the length to do it, so I guess DK, and then put Hayward on lock, or either Hayward or who our third DB is in the slot. That's tough.
Night Rob.
Man, I'm going to put him on DK, man. No. I'll take that back. I'll put Casey Hayward on DK, and I'll put AJ Terrell on T-Lock, man. Y'all got to think Casey Hayward ain't no spring chicken. So I put him on T-Lock, man.
Yo, coach, who you think, man?
Who AJ guard? Okay, Tyler Lockett's your route runner. He's gonna run your routes.
Mm-hmm.
DK gonna do your hooks and curls. He's gonna do your flats, and he's gonna do your anything to the sideline or try to take you deep in your post.
Yep.
So you can zone this team, you can, but your linebackers got to be smart. Because you got your tight ends too. So but we keep forgetting about the tight end. They got 2 decent tight ends, guys.
That's true.
You got Faint and you got Dixon. So
he ain't no joke.
But who would AJ guard? Man, I don't know. I ain't gonna tell you. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to choose. But like I say, you know what? He's not a good. Metcalf's not a good route runner to me. So I would rather have Hayward over there, guarding Metcalf, and Lockett. I'd rather have AJ on Lockett. So.
What do you think, Blackberry?
Oh man, I think this might be a game where you have him just shut down one side of the field.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay. And whoever lines up in front of him, that's who he got.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I think this would be a game where you do that. Because one of my keys to the game was containing Geno from being able to roll out the pocket.
Yeah.
And making sure we standing our ground up the middle. Because I want these corners coming up and taking away all that space that they've been giving receivers.
Please God.
These receivers shouldn't have more than 3 yards to be able to get off of that ball. They shouldn't have more than that. You don't have to press to take away space. And I think that's what people get mixed up sometimes, is they think I'm saying to be pressing. I'm not saying press. No. I'm saying come up. Take away that free release space that you've been giving guys 5, 7, 8 yards of free release off the damn snap.
Yep.
That showed they're in zone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be that damn predictable out there.
Right.
In coverage. Take some of that space away. These guys have to be able to. They got to be able to get Fisk off the line of scrimmage. They got to be able to, because today's pressure is going to depend upon Geno holding the ball too long.
Right.
That's what it's going to depend upon. And if you allow him to roll out that pocket and be able to hit whoever over there on AJ's side, then that's letting me. I mean, if you just let him shut down that side of the field, make them one dimensional. If it's not going across the middle, it's going to the left side. Have him shut. I don't care if the DK lock it, if he covering a tight end.
Let me come
shut down that side of the field.
Can I comment on what Craig Gear just said? He said Casey's getting beat down. Man. Well, in that game against Landry had free release, man. Nobody was hitting Landry. He was playing the slots and nobody touched him. He just had free release. Mm-hmm. That free release thing, it irks the heck out of me.
Yeah, it does.
It irks me because that's if you notice once a person get that's how. For instance, Kelsey. Nobody touched Kelsey. You bump Kelsey, he does nothing else. So you just touch him. Even the linebackers jump in your zone, touch the guy. Don't just let him go run. Just put your hands on him. Throw him off the route.
When you on free release, by the time he gets into his whatever route he gonna run, you in the trail.
That
you gotta look. We're not saying press him on every, but you gotta at least get your hands on him.
Yeah,
just get him out of just a little bit.
The difference is when you got free release, you gotta think about it. So many yards is a second time of timing, which means that if he's a little bit faster on his free release than I am covering him, he beats me. I don't care how good I am. The closer I am to him, it shorts the amount of reaction time he has. So if he's 5 to 7, if we 5 to 7 yards apart, that's about a good 3 or 4 seconds. Easy. And if you're trailing, based on their height, they can easily get the ball. That's what we've seen with AJ and them in the Saints game and everything like that. People talking about he was getting burnt. B was trailing. If you're trailing, most likely they're going to get the ball. Mm-hmm. If he had been closer to him on the release, that wouldn't have happened. AJ would have been right there with him.
Yeah.
So y'all got to understand it's mechanics too.
AJ was taking away the slant, and they caught him.
Taking away the inside.
Hey,
AJ was taking away the what's called.
Hey, yo, Maggie, check this out. Before we get into the next question, y'all, everybody in the comments, everybody lay it down. Come on, represent your time, where you from. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Represent your home team. Hello.
Represent, baby.
It is. That's right. Cough up along. Where you from? Now, what I like to say is this. This is why the nickel, what Dean P said, the nickel comes in handy, and why it's paramount in this type of defense that we play. Because I think, we talking about AJ, we talking about Casey. I think D often might be on T-Lock.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need somebody with...
That's a good thing.
Somebody with some wiggle.
That's true.
Because Casey kind of step up in them hips, like he's an outside guy, I'm going to need somebody got a little bit of wiggle to him. I do not want to see Eric Harris. I don't want to see Eric Harris
my Lord, he was
on Rockets. Please.
He was terrible last week. He was terrible. Oh, my God.
I can't do it, man.
Last week he was terrible.
You gotta say it like,
the term, man.
You gotta say it like Charles.
Like Charles Buckner, they're terrible, man. They're terrible. Eric Harris is the guy. He needs to play deep, come up and hit you.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be playing to try to follow nobody, chase nobody, man.
He's the thumper.
He ain't got the tread on them tires like that, man.
Yeah, 15 more pounds, he could be a linebacker. Then he'd be a good cover guy then.
225, 230?
No, I think I don't know. He can't cover.
He's like he's like supposed to be like a big nickel or something like that, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, any time that we're gonna need like D Alford, it's gonna be this game.
That's true.
That we're gonna need him this game because they're gonna move T-Lock all around. DK, maybe he'll be on the outside, and that's probably where AJ might be. But we know AJ is not going to travel, more than likely. But guys like D. Alford, if Darren Hall is playing, those guys are going to be the ones they're going to try to exploit, and those guys are going to be the ones that they're going to have to make plays. Plain and simple. It's going to be those guys. They're going to try to attack them. That is the weakness at this point. The nickel, until we start making consistent plays, the nickel and those guys that's deep, Jayhawk and Richie Grant, they're going to have to.
Jayhawk got to step his game up though. He's been missing.
Dean Marlowe should have never been in the game last week, man. I don't want to hear nothing about Arthur Smith saying like, "Oh yeah, we want to get a rotation." Yeah, I know why you want to get a rotation when your guy ain't playing well back there. Jayhawk As a former safety, I took that personal, man. When I saw this man, I took that personal.
That hurt your feelings.
When you out there, you don't. I mean, you're basically you're the goalie of the defense, man. Anything gets past you is 6, guaranteed.
It's done. Yeah.
You have to be able to take that on, man. And you have to be able to play your keys because there's nobody behind you. There's nobody behind you.
Right.
So
But I read an article. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's up? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I read an article this morning about Pete Carroll said he's going to take the leash off Geno and let Geno throw the ball.
Lord have mercy.
That's what Pete Carroll, that's what he said, but because Geno's his passes have been short.
Yeah. So
they've been throwing, down the what's going
So coach, you think they're gonna target the middle of the field?
I would. I'm just saying. That's just personally, I would.
Yeah. When you say short passes, I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna target the middle of the field.
They're gonna use their tight ends a lot, I think, today. That's just a personal feeling.
Crossing routes.
Who's that? This leads on that team or something like that?
And they got what they Fant? The kid?
Noah Fant.
Yeah.
And he can get off field. He can get off field on
it. He can get off field, yes, exactly. So,
they probably looking at it. They looking at. See, one thing we're gonna have to be careful of. We ain't gonna be able to blitz all the time because they're gonna be counting on that.
You hit Geno once or twice, he gets rattled.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they know that too, but they're looking to try to neutralize that by going over the top. And they're trying to neutralize. They're gonna try to neutralize the Falcons' defense with them short passes or either going over the top deep.
They are not a whole. Nobody really has went over the top with us because it ain't been there for them. So they're gonna take what we give them, and what we've been giving teams since last season to these last couple weeks
is short shit.
We're giving the short. You're giving away the short shit, and they know that, so they're gonna take it. And what we got to keep in mind is teams got athletes now, man. Tight ends ain't just big guys that just big and block they big targets and can block, and you can catch them about 5 yards over the line of scrimmage doing like this. That ain't a tight end today. A tight end today can move. A tight end today can beat you. So you can give up that amount of. You can give up that short stuff that, like you said the other day, Warren. That short stuff turn into touchdowns. It turn into first downs.
Yeah, it do.
Because
2 or 3 yards become a
yak.
Right.
They can
2 or 3 yards will become a touchdown.
That's why I said you got to give up. You got to take away all that free release, man. You got to take it away. I know you got to bag up sometimes in certain situations, but if it's a situation where it's 3rd and medium, 3rd and short, stop giving up all that space. Stop giving it up. I mean, that's gonna play a big factor to pass rush. That's gonna play a big factor to breaking up passes, to causing turnovers. Stop giving up all that free space.
You know what? And you're right, because when we did play them and we were a lot closer to the line of scrimmage, you can see, especially in the running, and when they tried to run it, we were stopping them at the line of scrimmage. And them short passes was almost like neutralized. But you're right, we give them space. Like Drew said, death by 1,000 paper cuts. Yeah,
it is.
The only reason why they running game got going last week is because it just got to a point where we was anticipating passes every other play. We wasn't prepared for the run. So when they ran the ball, finally toward the end of the game, it started working.
Yeah.
Well, at this time, we're going to open up for, for questions and whatnot. Get your questions out there, because we're going to give you enough time to get your sandwiches and get your snacks, for the game. If y'all want to buy one
up there, so I definitely.
Coach going to be on site.
All right,
how far you got to drive?
I'll stop and get some earplugs.
No, it's to get to Seattle from where I'm at. It's like about 35 minutes.
Oh, ain't bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the traffic gonna catch me when I get to Seattle, though.
Gotta get coach at least 30 5 minutes to get there, find parking, and get a seat. Before anything. So go ahead and get
go find me some people who got some free food first.
Hey,
Don't get up that tailgate.
That's key.
Yeah.
That's it.
hey, who down tailgate next week, man? I will be in town next weekend. I'm going to the Braves game. Who want to go to the Falcon game, man? Who want to tailgate the Falcon game next week? Who down?
We
like that.
we tailgate every Sunday.
Well, let me know.
We
tailgate every Sunday, dog.
Let me know.
I'm not always there, but I say we because it's my people. So.
Oh yeah. Well, just let me know.
Here we go. Question number 1: Mariota versus Geno. Who will have the better game? I will.
Say it again.
2 careers.
That's
2 guys on the same path, man.
I will. Go ahead, Blackberry.
I'm gonna say Mariota gonna have a better game because we're gonna win.
Ooh. Here we go. And everybody agree? Everybody agree?
I concur.
Oh, see, look at that. That's the word for today. I concur.
I concur.
Man,
And
look.
CONCUR.
All
Concur.
right. See, you
What's
all
up,
right.
Juan?
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna say we win, but I'm gonna say who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Tony Romo.
real talk. Real talk. Who makes the one who makes the least amount of mistakes?
Who y'all think would be the breakout of this game?
Breakout. Like broken out.
Straight
Night
line.
Rider. Pass
I
rush,
say
right?
Drake. That's what I say. I
Pass
say
rush,
Drake.
right? Night Rider.
Just so everybody, you know what I want. I'm gonna tell you what you guys what I want. Just so Arthur Smith can come to the press conference like this. Maybe I should say Kyle Pitts. So he can come in there and straight up this do the Stone Cold Steve Austin like, yeah, how do you feel about what? How do you feel about
But you know what? Just to piggyback on what you're saying, I don't think Seattle had nobody who can cover Cal. Unless they triple team him. I just thought about that.
Unless they use Woolen, that what was it? That 1 year dude.
That's stupid. That'll be stupid. He's a cornerback. That'll be stupid because they gonna put a 4'5" guy on Drake? I'm just saying.
He gonna look like a leg warmer.
I'm just thinking, Yeah. Well, anyway, we will see how's that.
Yeah, Dave got some good questions, man. Keep them coming. What kind of adjustments Pease made in the second half of that game to hold the Rams to 3 points? I guess to carry over to this game. What you think?
I think. Can I go first?
Go ahead.
I think the guys finally realized that damn what the hell we getting our ass beat. Serious. I actually think the players woke up. It's like, man, we shouldn't be playing this way. Somebody said something, and it wasn't good.
Absolutely.
And they came out and started playing a little football.
Somebody looked over there at the sideline and saw Arthur Smith and DPs. DPs started bouncing back and forth.
Coach make a great point. You didn't have to be getting whooped like that, like you was.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it ain't like you was getting beat on routes. It ain't like you was getting beat up front. What it was you was making mistakes. You was second guessing yourself, not being in the right place at the right time. And like Coach said, in that second half, it's like they just clicked on like, wait a minute. I can beat this guy in front of me. This guy's not better than me. I can beat him. And that's what started happening. They started doing what they were supposed to do.
Look, this game is 80% mental.
Yep. It's always been like, Gear 5 Corey said, boy, them halftime chats probably lit. Between Dean Pease and Arthur Smith, I can imagine what they saying in there.
Ooh, that whole locker room on fire.
Yeah, called fire department that one.
The word for today is just play. Don't go in there trying to figure it out. You already know it. Just play.
Stop thinking.
Yeah, it is. Dave says, will we see Darby today? I believe he's been activated. Yes. Smiling Darby has been activated today.
Kickoff.
Now,
punt return.
Right.
That's all you're going to see.
Right. We don't need no pom-pom.
But then, hey, you know what, though? Then again, you never know. Arthur Smith is a little creative, too. You may have Darby just going deep, you know?
Like
so Darby does go deep.
Screens to Darby.
Yeah.
Oh, no. He may start smiling, though, before the ball gets down. We're good. No. We're good. We don't need that.
Hold on, time out.
Start doing his little dance. No, we good.
I ain't gonna let y'all keep doing that to Frank Darby. Sometimes having a good attitude is what a player got to have to be what he did. He got a good attitude. He got a great attitude.
Blackberry, I call that shots fired.
But then you know what? I'm just trying to motivate him. I hope he hears that. I want to motivate him so he can do something great.
I think he's gonna do good though. I think he's gonna do good with the him not being able to play. Yeah, he might show up.
He may go down and get a fumble, force a fumble.
Yeah, if he goes special teams, just have an impact.
I mean, look, don't get us wrong. He got our support. No matter what.
But one thing we need from Darby,
we got to bust chops.
But one thing we need from Darby: run the right routes. Because that's what got you to practice squad in the first place, okay?
Yeah.
When you ran that wrong route against the Jets, you sealed your fate, okay? You sealed your fate. But
it's on the route to be a straight line down from the kick return. The kickoff.
Look, just run straight. He's a gunner. Just run straight. Get the ball. Get the ball. Blizzard Mike Ryerson says, what defense player makes a key turnover today?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Richie.
Richie
Grant.
We've been waiting for Richie. We waiting for you, Richie.
2 weeks.
We waiting for you, Richie.
He's not messing up. He's not messing up. So
you need the team in tackles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not messing up.
But is Richie that guy? Is he going to be that guy in our defense, or is he going to be like AJ Terrell? That's going to be like just fundamentally sound and just get like pass breakups and all that.
I think Richie gonna get an INT today,
or a fumble.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say T1000. If T1000's on, he will find the ball. He will get to the ball, and he will take the ball away. That's what he does.
I believe they're gonna use Troy Anderson. Yes. Yeah.
Blitz. I don't want no 247 pound joker coming at me blitzing.
The thing about Troy, with the kind of quarterback they got, Troy will seek him out and get to him with the quickness. If you notice about it, Troy loved them mobile quarterbacks, man.
Yeah, he does. He
loves them. He seek a missile with him, bruh.
He is fast. When he see that ball, like he gets to you. He don't mind running through somebody to get to you. Man,
that's what you get from chasing horses.
He did that same day delivery.
That's what I'm saying. He
right.
With a cowboy hat on.
I'm gonna say on up Ebiketie.
Ebiketie?
I think he gets a strip sack. I can see he gets a strip sack.
Yeah, AK-47, yeah.
AK love punching the ball out.
Yeah.
Strip set.
So he has to break down in his tackles, though. If he gets there, he got to break down because he leans and he leads with his head instead of his body square to try to make a tackle. So
that's how you end up on IR. That's how you end up on IR, man. Leaning with your head like that.
Right.
That announcement that I just said was brought to you by the Head Up program. Brought to you by the NFL.
That's right. Head Up USA, baby.
Right.
Head Up USA.
Right.
That is a real program too.
Right. No tackling with headbutts.
Yeah, you ain't E Honda. No E Honda headbutts, man. All right.
Okay.
F Sports and Gaming. Do y'all think the O line and D line will redeem themselves from last week. Defense by getting sacks and quarterback pressure, and offense by giving Mariota time and opening the run like they did in week 1.
They didn't do bad last week, y'all.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
They didn't rush for that much. How much run? What's called rush for last week? Wasn't that much, was it?
It wasn't that much.
That's because they got up on us quick. They got up on us quick. That's why I think that we didn't run that much. You know.
Yeah.
I mean.
And the last play just broke down. I mean, the last play broke down. They just sent Aaron down on the heat-seeking mission, honestly. So
Mariota shouldn't took no sack. You should have just threw it up there and seen what happened. I mean, that's what you got to do in that situation.
Yeah. Let the player make the play.
Got a super chat, y'all.
$2.
Yeah.
Been last.
We got super chat.
Jamal, yes, sir, from
Grant. That is Richie's. That's Richie's first cousin, Jamal Grant.
Right. One time.
I was the first one to rep Troy Anderson. Now wait a minute. We gotta go back to the
Hold up.
Hey,
y'all.
we need to go back to the We gotta find the tape.
I don't know what to say about
that. Do you think that they will get Pitts going today?
It'd be nice.
Depends. It depends. It depends on how much attention Drake London draws on the field.
Facts.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's because of how he did the last game. They're going to now start looking at Drake London. This is gonna be the game. So if Drake comes out and starts making plays, you'll see them kind of drop off of Pitts a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Drake finna open it up.
Who they have? Unless it's gonna be like Tariq Woolen, who runs a 4.2,
and he's too small. But he's too small.
It ain't been proven, but
he got speed, but he's too small.
He gonna bounce off a Drake.
He's 6'4",
but he's small though. He's skinny.
Well, yeah, he's skinny. But...
you mean like Bill?
Hey.
He may get ran over.
I'm inclined to believe like Blackberry. You saw what Drake did now. Drake will manhandle you.
Drake is physical.
Drake will put his whole hand on you and just mush you. So I don't know.
Wait,
Jesus help me.
No. But let me ask y'all something. You see how Drake London is, right? I call him when he puts the paint on. I call him Psycho Drake. Can you imagine when they Drake London's competitiveness with Desmond Ridder? But you see how Desmond Ridder is a gamer. He's a competitive too.
Right.
Can you imagine those two guys together?
That's why we wait on.
That's a good problem to have.
Look, you trying to start some shit down here, but you trying to
flames.
You ain't
third pot, boy. Here they come.
Anyway, fellas, I gotta go to get out of here.
All right, Coach.
All right, Coach.
But anyway, guys,
hey, hold it down.
I'll be sending pictures out there. I may even go live at the game. So
there we go.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you guys later on, man.
All right,
peace.
I want to bring up two plays on because do we get Kyle Pitts? Do we get Kyle Pitts going in this game? I want to bring up two plays. They did go to him in the end zone. Mariota went to him in the end zone and he threw it a little too far behind him. He did get his hands on it and he let it go through his hands. So I would say you still got to catch it.
Right.
But it's not like they haven't went to Kyle Pitts in some situations. So that's one play. But it's that play where Ramsey picked it off in the end zone. I'd rather you take a chance on throwing that thing up for Kyle Pitts down the sideline. Or you had OZ on the out wide open.
Right.
I'd rather you take that. It's third down and 13. You don't need to get it all in one play.
Nope.
And I think Mariota had pressure coming up in his lap, so he just did whatever came to mind first. But if that's what we say, just in certain situations, Mariota, just make smarter decisions.
Right.
Because I mean, if you're gonna throw it up there in that situation, give a law opportunity to the guys that's known for doing it. Throw it up there for Kyle Pitts to try to catch that thing down the sideline. He only had one man on him.
Let him be an athlete in that situation. Or you had OZ wide open on the out. Just a couple yards off of the first down. Man. So these are situational moments. It's not a Kyle Pitts targets issue. It's not the running. It's not a running game issue. It's not this guy not getting enough looks or that guy not getting enough looks. It's protect the ball. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Protect the ball. Can't stress it no more than that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just that simple. If you play within yourself, you win. The thing is, like, the whole thing, like when Arthur Smith says, like, oh my God, like he's a competitor and stuff like that, sometimes that gets you in a little bit of trouble. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, what's his name? Oh God, what's the name of the dude? Butt fumble.
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez was a competitor until he ran to the ass of his offensive guard.
Then Rikishi stink face.
Boy.
Well, let me get back into the questions. Tev says, did y'all see that thick ass glove on Kyle's right hand? Arthur and team says it's just a glove and he's not hurt, but I never seen a glove that thick. So I'm hoping he's not hurt. Maybe he just like hamburger helper gloves. You ever seen hamburger helper gloves?
You might have smuggled some wings up in that thing, but
you know, in these guys, they will. Everybody has different protection that they like to wear to protect themselves. It ain't necessarily that he hurt. He wants to protect that hand. I mean, you got to think about it. He a tight end. He do more than just go out in routes and catch balls. He on the line too. He got a block too.
Right.
Yep. So when you using that hand to hit guys, because this is a technique in football for linemen, y'all. Tight end or linemen. So they have to be able to punch.
Mm-hmm. Got to.
You wear them hands out a lot. That's why them big guys down there, that's why you see their wrist taped up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they punching. So
in case you don't know, look at Brian Baldinger's hands. Have you ever seen Brian Baldinger's hands? Like, his hands are destroyed, man. Any offensive lineman like your hands are
don't do it. Hey, Booker McFarland got them fingers, but got some real messed up fingers.
Look. Got them fingers more rickety than downtown Atlanta.
Booker McFarland looked like he was trying to throw up every set in LA, boy. At the same time.
Like you ever seen who was it, Megatron and Torrey Holt's fingers?
Oh God!
Oh my goodness!
My God! Yeah. Oh,
his fingers flagging down airplanes.
Hey, at least they like JPP. They do at least still have their fingers.
Oh God! But listen, we gonna end it right here because we need y'all to go get y'all sandwiches and whatnot. Yo, Juan, give us the outro, man. Give us the outro.
Hey man, look, we want to thank you guys for tuning in on this Sunday. You know, it's game day, baby. Time to get it going. Like you said, you can catch me down here at the Falcons Therapist on Twitter and IG and TikTok. And catch me at Elegance Wellness and Massage. Listen, we gonna do this. We're looking to get this win, get rid of all these mistakes. Time to play. Hey, always shout out one for the home team. But hey, if you feel good, you look good, you play even better.
Prime time, baby.
Yes, sir.
Prime time. Blackberry.
What's happening, home team? We appreciate y'all coming out, holding it down with us this morning, this afternoon, however you want to put it. If you know anything about Twitter, you could go on there and put my name in there. It's Blackberry Lorex. That's Blackberry, no C, just the K. Same thing on YouTube. That's Blackberry, no C, just the K, Lorex. And, you know, it's game day, baby. I'm in game mode. I ain't got a whole lot of hooping and hollering to do today. But I just know one thing. I don't care where you from. And I don't care what you do in your life. You always represent for the home team, baby.
Home team.
Home team.
There it is.
That's it.
All right. Knight Rider. Running up in with Kit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Peggy, Bobby Hill, Trey Young, and my boy DeJounte Murray. Shout out to
DeJounte Murray. Bang.
Hey, look at man.
Hey.
We appreciate everybody for coming out, man. Thank y'all. The told me what I crazy.
Hey, Night Rider, I appreciate you.
Whole show.
I appreciate you. You see the teamwork, right? You see the teamwork. Blackberry started it. I carried it on last week, and then Night Rider just put it on.
Hey, man, don't worry about it. We're going to get you a DeJounte Murray here, man. We're going to see you one person. Hey, man.
Oh, man.
Everybody for coming through, man. Thank y'all so much. It wouldn't be no us without y'all. Y'all can find me on IG at Night Rider 229. All Y's, no I's. Snapchat at Night Rider FDU, man. And on that note, love, peace, and chicken grease. Hey, yo, Magnus, take it back, Flapjack.
Nah, man. Nah, you know what? And take us, man. I gotta get my thoughts together.
Hey, Magnus, we coming for you. But anyway,
come on home, man. Come on home,
man. Come on. Bring it in, bro. Man. Bring it in. But we appreciate all y'all coming out, for this pregame. We y'all go celebrate, do whatever y'all need to do, but be ready to watch us at 4:00.
Oh yeah,
and represent. And then y'all just hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, Mr. Jackson 19868 at Gmail. Show love.
Sometimes I try to get through this show without needing therapy.
You gonna need it this season.
Because this will let y'all know we family here. This will let y'all know I am a San Antonio Spurs fan in basketball, and I'm a Mets fan because I'm from New York. I'm a Mets fan.
Here I come, Elizabeth.
Now you see why we get on your ass the way we do.
Here I come, Elizabeth.
You know what your problem is? Look. Yeah, you know what, Tab? Yeah, we my guy, DeJounte Murray, man. Like we did him a solid, and we got him out of there. And he's been showing his ass ever since he got to Atlanta. It's going
good, man. He needs to show all
ice trade. It's that ice trade thing. It's the whole thing with ice trade. I'm gonna say this, man, because like I'm not gonna let you do it because Maggie's not here. I'm not gonna let y'all sit there and like destroy me on this show. But just to let y'all know, I am on the trade block, so I'm trying to behave myself right now. I'm on.
It's a wrap.
But my fellow bloodline brothers, Blackberry and Night Rider, who incidentally is trying to steal the bloodline from me. Okay, but Atlanta Falcons Nation, from my brothers to y'all, acknowledge me. This is Sunday, the best day in your life. But to you, hey man, it was just another Sunday. Appreciate y'all. Game over.